Is expected to this afternoon rule on whether senior managers of the Kenya Power Company led by suspended boss Ken Tarus deserve bail. This is after lawyers argued their cases before Chief Magistrate Douglas Ogoti in the morning. The defense in its submissions argued that their clients deserve bail as a right. They said that the accused in their current and previous positions had served with dignity and integrity and that they were in no position to interfere with the evidence and witnesses. But the prosecution in its response prayed with the court to deny the accused bail, saying that they had evidence that releasing them would interfere with witnesses. The session was also interrupted after a power blackout disrupted the proceedings. The blackout lasted at least 5 minutes, forcing Chief Magistrate Douglas Ogoti to briefly adjourn the sitting.
Inspector Walter Oginga tells you in the affidavit that phone calls have been made to witnesses. There have been internal memos advising persons not to cooperate. That was completely absent in the Danson Mugunya case.
Your Honor, there are more compelling reasons why you ought to release the accused persons on bail and bond than to hold them back. To begin with, we have an inspector here who classifies himself as one of the investigating officers who is seeking an open-ended incarceration of the accused persons. In effect, detention without trial.
The pre-trial hearing of the case in which Youth Affairs PS Leland Omolo and NYS Director General Richard Nubai and 45 other suspects are accused of illegally profiting from hundreds of millions of shillings of the NYS failed to take place yet again. This comes after the defense lawyers successfully asked for postponement by 1 day, arguing that the prosecution had sporadically supplied witness statements without a witness inventory, hence no direction was availed. Excuse me. On his part, Chief Magistrate Douglas Ogoti warned both sides to desist from blame games before postponing the hearing.
The next sitting, the pre-trial will be held on case-by-case basis to avoid blame games as seen earlier. This matter is adjourned to tomorrow, 18 of this month at 9 a.m. All issues being raised today, including pleas, will be addressed then.
The National Environment Management Authority has issued environmental restoration orders to directors of Kensalt Plantations and Patel Coffee Estates following the destruction and death caused by the dam tragedy in Solai in May. While appearing before the Senate's Select Committee investigating the tragedy, Environment Cabinet Secretary Keriako Tobiko said the directors have been ordered to restore the destroyed infrastructure and farmlands. However, the committee faulted the order for failing to include compensation orders for the victims, directing the CS to revise the order before issuing it within 7 days.
Restoration of farmland. In the eroded farms, restore by replacing with topsoil rich in manure humus, subsequently putting in place soil conservation measures. Bullet 2, in the farms that have over deposition of soil, restore the farm to their original status, seeking advice from the Ministry of Agriculture as the lead agency on these. B, restoration of the riparian reserves. Recreate the riparian reserve through excavation of natural waterway to the recommended depth and width to allow the natural water flow downstream. You shall seek advice of the Water Resource Authority as a lead agency. C, restoration of the destroyed infrastructure. Restore destroyed infrastructure such as access roads, homes, schools to near original state, as will be advised by the Ministry of Interior and other relevant agencies.